And that is exactly what the voice does. It's not just an entertainment of making sound and singing. It is a healing practice, and it's so powerful. And it is also an incredible tool for manifesting what you want.
Welcome to Love Magic Miracles. I'm Alina GG, and if you're a soul-led entrepreneur who wants to make a big impact in the world, you're in the right place. And if you'd love to weave feminine embodiment into your everyday and quantum leap every area of your business and love life to new heights, then plug into these conversations with these inspiring thought leaders and hit subscribe, comment, like, and share with someone you care about today. Hi, it's Alina GG from Love Magic Miracles, and I have an exciting announcement. Doors are officially open to the Safe to Be Seen Accelerator program. Now, this 12-week container is for you if you're sick of playing small, you're done hiding, you're ready to embody your messaging and your business, and you really want to show up at that next level and feel good about it. For years, I felt like it actually wasn't safe to be seen, and if I'm honest, it was because it was subconscious. It wasn't really conscious. I couldn't really tell you why I felt unsafe to be seen. It wasn't like everyone really was going to judge me or tell me I wasn't good enough, but it was actually more my inner critic telling me, right? That voice inside my head. And I don't know if we can really silence that inner critic. I don't know if anyone can ever really do that, but we can turn that volume down. And I'm here to hold space for others to do that, right? To really connect deeper in to those visibility blocks and start to turn the volume down on your inner critic, and then turn the volume up on your self-expression and who you are and your purpose and your messaging and your aliveness and your brilliance, and get it out in the world. So if this excites you, head on over to lovemagicmiracles.com, check out the Safe to Be Seen Accelerator program and the testimonials, and join now. Hello, it's Alina GG from Love Magic Miracles, and I have a very special guest for you today. I have Rosie Foley. She is an incredible sound healer and a vocal embodiment coach. Welcome aboard.
Thank you, darling.
It's lovely to have you here, and I've had the privilege of recently joining one of your vocal circles, and that was really empowering. Have you been doing this a while?
Yeah. Oh, well, I would say I've been singing ever since I can remember, from as young as probably my earliest memory, maybe age 7, and singing. I grew up in a household with a father who chanted and sung every day. It was just, that was his way of expressing himself. So I definitely grew up in a household with it being a normality, being around. And some of my fondest memories are of sitting on the edge of a cliff and chanting with my dad. It's, beautiful, beautiful memories there.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
special.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why is sound so important for us?
Well, it's just an extension of ourselves. So if we want to express ourselves wholeheartedly in every way possible, then the voice is a huge part of that, and something that we've sort of lost along the way. And many people don't see the significance in using that voice, whether it be communicating through just talking, but then also using it for sound, for not necessarily singing, but just creating sound. And that is full embodiment of who we are. We can't be fully embodied in anything without having that aspect to it. And I think now where we are in the world, it's becoming more and more clear to people how important this is. And I think for a lot of reasons, one of them being there's a lot of science now to back up how important sound is. And of course, it's been around as a healing modality for decades and decades, as long as we can remember. But so many people nowadays need that sort of proof of it, it can heal. So it's only, on the rise now and seen as a really important tool for healing.
Mm, mm. And you play, so you use your voice and you play the crystal bowls and any other instruments in there?
There's a few. I would definitely say number one, my voice is the most potent one, and
Mm,
I do the crystal bowls. I have a Native American flute. I also use tuning forks, but again, I really like to. Oh, and the medicine drum. Can't forget the power of that.
mm,
But I think we just need to even bring it back again to just the voice. And that's something over the years I have had to remind myself, because so many healers and sound healers have countless setups, they have countless instruments that they use. And I used to sort of feel like maybe I was lacking, like maybe I needed
mm,
more to be able to offer what I do.
mm,
But what I've come to realize now is they're all just little add-ons. We don't
mm,
need any of that. You
mm,
purely just need your voice.
mm,
Anything else is just like a little bonus, a little extension
mm,
into that. But the voice is the most powerful instrument in the
mm,
entire world, the
mm,
most powerful. And we
mm,
all have one, and it's free. So
mm.
why not use it?
Yeah, why not use it? I mean, some people feel afraid like they don't sound good, so what do you say to those people?
Absolutely. And we've all been there. I've been there.
Mhm,
Even growing up in a house where sound and song was normal and I was surrounded by it, I still had to go on that journey to find my authentic voice. I still had to go on that self-discovery, because it's a different part. We all speak, right?
mhm,
But along our journey, we have all these little stories that may have happened in life. Maybe someone said something to us. Maybe we sung out a tune at school in the choir.
mhm,
Limitless the little things that could be that we take on board.
mhm,
And what happens then is our mind, our unconscious mind, holds on to that, holds on to those feelings and those memories. And then when we are in a situation to either speak or sing or use our sound in some way, our mind is only doing its job in protecting us, but it instantly sends messages our brain of, this isn't safe, this
mhm,
is not safe to do this. And so ultimately it is trying to keep us safe from experiences that we have had, whether it's this past life, this lifetime, or
mhm,
past lifetimes. Could be from what we experienced many lifetimes ago, or it could be something in this lifetime that we have heard and carried on. And it
mhm,
could be as simple as being told that you were too loud.
mm,
How
mm,
many times have you been told to, shut up, just stop singing,
mm,
I don't want to hear
mm,
it? Or as far as being at school, being told that you were out of tune. And all it takes is one or two little comments for then our mind to take control of that and go, all right, in order to keep you safe, don't do that.
mm,
So I think every single person needs to go on a journey to let go of those beliefs and really tune in and connect deeply to your body, to your sound, to your soul. And it is incredibly powerful and it is incredibly life changing. And I am very much testament to that. I would say in my 20s, I was very lost. I did not know who I was. Even when I had kids, it was this lack of purpose in life. I knew there was more. I knew there was more to me, but I didn't know what was missing. And what I did realize was it was my voice. I had lost that ability to speak my truth, know my truth, and be confident in not only speaking it, but sounding it.
mm,
So, yes, it's been a journey for me and it's been life changing. And that is why I am so passionate about it. That is why I'm here and
mhm,
sharing with the world what we can all do.
mm. Wow, it's so inspiring. And I've seen you in action and you are so embodied and you've obviously put in a lot of hours with intention to connect into that space. And it doesn't come out of nowhere. And you've given yourself permission to go there. And it is that one of the steps forward is giving yourself permission.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a knowing that we all have this. And really all it is giving ourselves that permission and
Mm-hmm.
feeling safe enough to express it, because it's not something we need to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to learn how to create sound. I don't need to learn how to sing. It is just in there. And that's almost why I went through this torment of not knowing who I was, because deep inside it was just here. It was just wanting to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I allowed that, it did.
Mm-hmm.
And with the women that I work with, I find that that is exactly what happens. It's not, you taught me how to make this sound, you taught me how to sing. It was, you allowed me to connect so deeply with myself that I discovered the sound that I had. And it shook me. You know, that's quite often the response I get. Wow, I did not know I had that sound in me. So I think step one is about being maybe in an environment that you feel safe. So that's why I hold these events, especially for women, to be in a safe environment with other women, to then shed those layers. And then what happens is more and more layers keep being shed, and that ripple effect of healing just continues when you leave the container that we've worked with, and it continues to move within you and grow.
Mm. I'm very excited because I'm booked in for the one that's starting soon, the intensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to tell our listeners about that? Yeah.
Yeah. So beginning of November 4th, I believe it is, the 4th and the 11th and the 18th, we're doing a 3-week container. So it'll be every Monday for 2 hours. And we will delve into all aspects of sound and all aspects of the feminine and self-discovery there. There's also a lot of movement and breathing and all of these techniques that can just help you drop in to your body fully without any external noise or worry. And then that is where we begin to discover where that sound originates from, which I know you've heard me speak about too, that it is very much not in this sort of area. It is very much down in that womb, that rising up, that strength down there. And that's where the breath is so important, because we all tend to, especially women, shallow breathe and up in the chest, because we have been conditioned and taught and manipulated in all sorts of ways about the way we look. And my experience personally, and I know many women have the same, is this clench and tightness in our abdomen. You know, this inability to just let it flop, like just let it out. And when we do that, then we connect into there. We're allowing that connection into our womb space. We're allowing our diaphragm to fully push down and breathe in enough oxygen to connect to that powerhouse down there, which is where our voice comes from.
Beautiful. And so before you're, toning or making sound, do you do any grounding practices, or how do you prepare to connect into that space?
Personally, I do I'm not sure if you experienced it in the last one, but I do a vocal yoga each morning personally, which we will touch base. We would be doing this in a 3-week container. And it's a beautiful exercise that warms up every single part of your body and your voice. And just a perfect example of what our voice can do to our body, but then also our whole external world, is when I sing this every morning and I go out for the day, everything is brighter, everything is happier, and I just feel like I have this purpose in the day. Now, I did a little experiment where I didn't do it for some time, and it was really hard to get motivated. You know, the day just kind of felt that, oh, I kind of wish it was over. It was just not as full of life. And that is exactly what the voice does. It's not just an entertainment of making sound and singing. it is a healing practice, and it's so powerful. And it is also an incredible tool for manifesting what you want. Incredibly powerful, because the state that your mind and your whole body and being gets into while you sing is the most connected to yourself you can get. And then that resonance goes out into the world at such a high frequency of the person, the soul that you are, your purpose and everything just radiates out. And so then what are you going to get back? Everything that you need, everything that you desire. Life just seems to fall into this perfect little, I don't want to say perfect, but it's like the things that come your way are just what you need. Everything just starts sort of moving as it should. And it's so powerful. And that was one of the biggest things I noticed when I started using my authentic voice and singing with it. It was just like, wow, everything that was coming my way, it was unstoppable. You literally cannot stop it. If you connect to your true authentic voice, everything in your life just falls into place and flows.
That's amazing.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like it's alignment, isn't it?
It
Alignment with
really
our,
is.
yeah, highest self and our full expression and, yeah, fully embodied. So the mind doesn't even, the chitter chatter of the mind probably just starts to fall by the wayside because you're connected to your body and your breath and you're allowing, and you're planted with your feet in the earth and you're like, here I am, like a mountain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There is, I mean, I still have, we're human, right? I still
Hmm.
have days where I, doubt myself, or I might have, things that get me down. But when you are singing, and you definitely feel it when you're doing these containers with women that are, going weekly, you just feel so grounded and rooted in yourself, just like you said before, when you sing. And so that just says it all,
Mm.
that we
Mm.
need to be using this voice to not only raise our own consciousness, but the consciousness of the entire planet is going to rise up with sound.
Yeah. So powerful.
Mm.
Mm. So, would you like to share some sound with us now?
Mm. Yeah. We'll see how it comes through on the speakers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would just like to, before I do that,
Mm-hmm.
something that is a really beautiful practice that any of your listeners would like to try. And it is just a simple way you can use your voice to heal. So what I would encourage anyone to do is taking some deep breaths, allowing that mind to settle, and just notice if there's any part in your body that feels pain or discomfort. And all we need to do is, without thought of how we sound, without any thought on what note it's going to be, we tune into that part of our body and then just release the sound. But the important thing here is that it's not about how it sounds. Now, if you've got pain in your body, it's not going to sound beautiful, because it's your body expressing what that pain would sound like, and just allow it to come. So I had, for example, a very sore foot, and I just took a deep breath, went out of my mind, didn't think, how is this going to sound? How should I make the sound? You just tune into that part, deep breath, and make that sound. And it was a real high pitch sound, and I could feel it. And then I just continued making that sound, but each time took a deep breath, and slowly that sound turned, instead of a high pitch kind of a sound, it just turned into more of a ah. And it's just a way of using that sound to let you know how you are feeling. But not only that, but then shifting that pain and that energy, because that's all it is energy in your body that needs to be moved. And what moves it is frequency and vibration. And we have that within our voice. Not only do we have it in our voice, but our voice can tap into that instantly and let us know how we're feeling. So it's very powerful. If anyone wants to just give that a go at home as a little experiment, see how it feels, it's definitely worth it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. %90 of the singing that I do is without words. And I think it's a really beautiful way to practice your sound, because it doesn't have to have a word to be, healing. It just has to feel good within you. And maybe that might help people, because it's not like you have to sit down and just, jam out some kind of a song or a tune or be able to write your own lyrics, and none of it. Just take a deep breath and let a sound out.
Yeah. And so what's toning? Yeah.
So to me, toning, which I particularly do with the bowls, it is using my voice as a vibration and a frequency that matches the bowls, for example, matches in a sense that it's not the same tone, but it creates, there's a frequency, my voice, that bowl combined, it creates another frequency, an incredibly powerful one. And what I do a lot when I tone is I almost feel like it's not even me. I am just the portal that this voice comes from, this sound comes from. So I very much open up for anything to come through. And even during those toning sessions with the bowls, I surprise myself with the sounds that come out. And I can't mimic those sounds when I'm not in that environment, because it just flows through what needs to come through, flows with the frequency of whatever instrument you're playing, and then moves out to everyone else that is listening. But not only in the room, that frequency just continues out as well.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. So what's inspiring you at the moment then?
I think to witness the women that I've been working with and witness the changes that I'm seeing is just fueling this fire that I already have within me. And I've always been someone that is so passionate about helping others. So to have this experience of how powerful the voice is, I honestly feel like just this burning fire of, getting it out there to as many people. So seeing the changes in the women that have worked with me already, that just fuels me even more.
Great. Yeah. And what else is front of mind for you at the moment?
I feel like there's a lot. going on right now
Like
in the
energetically,
world,
like
energetically.
globally, like politically, like planets, like.
Personally, I'm very much someone that stays out of the whole political
Mm-hmm.
circle. I
Mm-hmm.
purely focus on healing myself, my
Mm-hmm.
own family unit, and then just that extension of that. And I feel like
Nice.
that's my purpose on this earth, is to really be staying in that. And in staying in that, we are going to heal the planet. So it's still in saying that, it's still hard not to get caught up in certain energetics that are in the world, globally, locally. It's hard not to sometimes, but I keep bringing myself back to that. If we can stay in our truth, if we can stay in love, then, and if everyone else does that, then the world will heal. So what's front of mind for me at the moment, I think, is being able to stay true to me, but also have some boundaries up, have some energetic boundaries, because I'm very much, and this is very front of mind in life right now, and what I'm going through personally, is I've always been someone that, because I have probably experienced, pain and suffering in my life, I've sort of been someone that has been like, well, not welcoming of it, but I know what it feels like. I'll carry it. And so I tend to do that, especially when there's a lot of energetic changes, like with this moon. It's just crazy. So I think really what I need to be focusing on is having this energetic boundary where I can still be a healer, I can still be loving, I can still share what I'm doing, but protect my own energy at the same time. So I think this full moon in particular has really brought that up for me, and just really screamed in my face that this is what you need to do. Otherwise I just get unhinged, and I can't stay in my purpose and my truth. So things that I am working on in order to do that would definitely be daily practices in getting up early. And I have been good and bad at this. Sometimes I'm really great at it, other times I'm not. It's really lapsed for me at the moment. So starting as of tomorrow, I've made myself a promise. I actually, rewind a little bit, fell off the bed this morning while I was standing on it, watering the plants, and then somehow forgot I was standing on a bed and just hopped off. Rolled my ankle pretty bad. But
Oh no.
It was almost like this wake-up call for me. And I went, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I needed that. I needed to slow down and prioritize what to do when we have crazy energetics around. So for me, it'll be getting up 5:30 in the morning, meditating in the sunroom, doing my vocal yoga, and then getting on with the day. And just those simple little things can make all the difference. And using your voice. So it could be, if you've never connected to your voice before, it could just be as simple as an audio, like a release of sound, like a sigh. I find so many people still just still afraid to just just let it out. So it could be, if you are someone that maybe hasn't used a lot of sound or feel very comfortable, start with that. Get up in the morning and just let a big, loud sound out. Start slow.
Beautiful. Everyone can do that. That's achievable. Yeah.
Absolutely. And humming. Very powerful humming. The frequency of a hum is just incredible. Completely calms your nervous system. And that's something we can all do. We're not singing a tune, can simply hum.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you, Rosie. How can people find you and work with you?
Yeah, wonderful. So at the moment, I am doing one-on-one sessions on Thursdays out in Karoi. So, and then the 3-week container in November. There'll be some other pop-up sort of vocal embodiments throughout towards the end of the year. To find these events, it is probably best to follow me on socials. So either Facebook under Rosie Foley or Instagram, which is our.hearts.aligned. And from there, I post all of my events and share all the info on there. So people can definitely reach out, send me a private message if you want, get some more information on the things that I offer. But yeah, if you are feeling that slight little call, honor it, do it, and see what happens in your life.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, thank you for joining me. That was truly inspiring, and I can't wait to work with you more.
Yay, me too.
Thank you, Rosie, for that informative and empowering conversation. Here are the key takeaways. If we want to feel fully embodied and express ourselves wholeheartedly, we need to embrace sound and our voice. It is an important tool for healing. Sound healing is backed by science and has been around for thousands of years. We need to clear any criticisms we may have heard about our voice over the years as children, and really give ourselves permission to tap in deeper into our sound, our body, and our breath. Drop into your belly, let it relax. This is where your authentic sound is going to come from. If you connect to your authentic voice, everything in your life just falls into place and flows. The consciousness of the whole planet will rise up through sound. Humming has a frequency that really helps calm your nervous system. Try it today. And last but not least, thank you, Rosie, for your beautiful, beautiful message. The voice is a tool for profound healing. It can open up portals, shed layers, limiting beliefs, and allows us to see ourselves for who we really are, powerful creators. Thank you so much for listening. It means a lot to me. These conversations are having such a positive ripple effect all around the world. So if you really enjoy them and want to spread those good vibes, please remember to subscribe, comment, like, and share with someone you care about today.